Hello there. Yes, yeah, it's another downtown match, and this one's really long, and I like this one. It came out. It's one of these matches that came out real close, and thought we were going to lose it for a long time, but we pulled it out in the last second, so that makes it a decent match. I didn't play too badly. Could have played better. This is one of these matches I really hate to post usually because it's huge and it takes forever to post. I decided that for this one, I'd try a different compression method. It just occurred to me at some point, you know, why am I posting these 2 gigabyte files when YouTube is just gonna squish it down to nothing anyway? What's the point, you know? It doesn't make intuitive sense. You know, I've always bought into the theory, which has never really been expressed in any rigorous fashion, I guess you could say, that you have to render out something with as much detail in it as possible and as much compression in it as possible, and you get some kind of a compromise going there, and what you end up with is something that's about 2 gigabytes long. And then YouTube gets hold of it and puts their god-awful compression into it, whatever the hell it is they call it, and squishes it down to about 1/10 of the size it was when you gave it to them. And then lo and behold, it looks like crap. You know, at least for these games here. I have noticed, I'll tell you, that some video games, when YouTube gets hold of them, look a lot better after that compression than others do. And this game, in general, just doesn't do real well with the compression that YouTube puts on it. At least starting with the files that I give them. I've seen other people post clips from this video game, and I think their whatever rendering process they're going through comes out looking a lot better at the other end. So anyway, for this one, I'm trying a different compression method. I'm gonna do a lot more of the compression on my end before I actually upload the thing, which isn't really going to save a whole lot of time because fooling around with the compression I'm using for this, I'm finding that it takes 20 hours to complete the compression. So basically, you know, instead of spending 24 hours uploading it, I spend about 24 hours compressing it and then a small amount of time uploading it. So, you know, I guess it's just, you know, it's just the law of nature all over again. You know that you don't get nothing for free. So anyway. So yeah, it's a very standard game up to this point. I mean, haven't been playing too badly. Got a few good kills. We're trying like heck to take center. Haven't been doing real good at it so far, but at this point we're getting, you know, at this point I think we're just, well, no, I thought we were getting ready to take center, but I haven't watched this in a while, so I don't remember exactly every detail that goes on.
Attack the center node.
Yeah, it's a big fight over center. That's what this map usually is. And then there's the tank node over there, and the Deemer, of course, which gets camped a lot. You know, these are the points you have to look at. But mainly it's center. If you got center, you can threaten the other prime, and that's what it all comes down to. You know, the point of getting the tank is so you can take center. The point of getting the nuke is so you can take center. And here, Blue has inexplicably left center completely undefended. We just walked in and took it, which is what happens with a lot of these games. You know, if there's no defense, guess what? You know, that's what's going to happen. I think I just managed to grab the nuke there. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. Do I have it? It should be down there in my little... if it holds still for a second, I could tell you. Probably do have it. Yeah, I do have it, actually. I remember this. I was trying like hell to get away from this guy who knows I've got the nuke. And here I'm just going to get unfired off, and this is where he catches up with me. It was Alex P. Greek. He knew I had it. He just followed me until I tried to use it. All the same, we're getting ready to take their prime anyway. We've taken center, which is, of course, the whole point of being here. Here comes their orb runner, but he's too late. We've already capped their prime, so... I'm going to kill him anyway, just for the hell of it. And their Hellbender's going to kill me there, but he's really wasting his time because we've already got their prime. Of course, we have to defend their prime, because if we don't do that, they're just going to take it right back and start working on center again. So that's what I'm doing here because nobody else is thinking of it. Weak defense on both sides a little bit. Well, more on the other side than on this side. But I'm doing what I can here to defend the prime so we have a chance of getting some... Yeah, and we are doing some heavy damage on the core. Yeah, the flip side of weak defense is that generally that means there's a lot of people attacking. If you get a team that's not attacking or defending, you might ask yourself the question, well, what the hell are they doing? Well, dying mostly. And here comes our orb. He's slowly making his way in this direction. Be nice if he gets here. Ah, didn't quite make it, did he? I was thinking about going out there and grabbing that orb, but, you know, I felt like I was doing more good sitting here defending with this thing. And there's the red orb trying to sneak his way in there. He's not going to make it this time. You see we got him down to 11 points there, so it looks like an early win for us, but obviously this video has got a long way to go. So. Get another kill there, take that vehicle out. See them heading for the nuke. The red's got the nuke. We have to watch out for that. I think I managed to kill the guy holding the nuke. This guy might have grabbed it, so I have to make sure we get him. Yeah, there, he's down, so that's it for the nuke. We don't have to worry about that. We'll take this guy out. So it's still looking very inevitable. We've got their prime. They've got 11 points left. But the nice thing about this game is that nothing is all that inevitable. Yep. Trying to remember exactly how they turn this around. They're gonna manage it. I have to hurry up and get this dialogue done so I can go to bed because I have to go to work tomorrow. This is the only time I get to do it is early in the morning. I don't know if you can hear the crickets in the background here. I've got a whole fleet of crickets. They've moved into my air conditioner behind me. Don't know if you can hear that or not. They're nice. I like crickets. These aren't too loud. If they get stuck in the bathroom where there's a lot of reverberation, that's not so good. But inside the air conditioner, yeah, I can deal with that. Okay, now they've taken their prime. You know, who knows? They've got a bender up on the dock, but we managed to take that down. Working very hard to take that prime back down. You know, not sure what happened at this point. They might have picked up a player. That happens a lot. We've got their prime back down again, but they've capped it immediately. They're working on center. Not looking good. And yeah, we've capped their prime again, but you can see they're starting to fight back here, you know. How did this happen? Well, it's a question. Was going to ditch that bender, but decided, hey, better get some use out of it. We're not doing good here. Still trying to defend that. Still trying to defend the prime. I think they just laid a mine on it. Yeah, they took it down with a mine. They haven't capped it themselves yet, but they're working on it. Trying to get in here with this thing. Suicide? No, not a suicide. Got to take it down again. And somebody's sitting there with a stinger on me. And suiciding. And sometimes you can kill them even if they're up on the dock with a suicide, but they have to be kind of close to the edge, and he was not. This is a point where I typically ask, "Where's the rest of the team?" You know, it can be a good question. You know, when you're the only one. When you know the only thing important that needs to be done right now is we need to take prime, and you're the only one doing it, well, where's everybody else, you know? It's a question you ask once in a while. It's not really a good question. Psychologically, you know, you don't want to affect your morale that way by asking the hard questions like, you know, why the fuck aren't you playing the damn game? You know, who knows what they're doing? They probably think they're doing something important. I assume that. I feel, you know, my perceptions are probably somewhat skewed in terms of thinking that I'm the only one doing something important, and which may be true, but it's not. But I don't think it's mentally helpful. I don't think it's mentally healthy to think that way. You should think in terms of well, maybe their point of view is equally valid, and you'll probably lose the game, but you'll feel better about yourself. So at this point, I've decided I have to fall back and defend center because nobody's working on prime. Well, now they're going to go back there and try to take the prime. I'm staying back here and playing defense because I can see how this is going. And that's Jetpack Jack there. He's of like mind. He's decided he's going to fall back and defend with the and there's a coordinated attack. That's the kind of thing that sets you back a minute. We had, I think we had somebody coming up from the one side and then out center, which is going to set us back immediately. Coordinated attacks are what it's all about. And a lot of the times, if you can coordinate attacks, that's a good way to win a game. Sometimes it can look like it's all really prearranged, but I think generally speaking, it's just a matter of individuals, accurately assessing the situation and accurately determining, what their best course of action is in terms of what they think the rest of the team is doing, and it all just comes together, It's like working together in a way, yeah. Blue tank came in. I'm going to let him do defense. And this was a bad move. I thought better of going over that ramp, but that was me being indecisive. I couldn't decide whether to go over the ramp. You go over the ramp and you can't go back. That's the thing. But you don't want to go over it if all you're going to do on the other side is die. Was going to try to get the mine, but died immediately as soon as I grabbed it, which is something that tends to happen over there. Now our tank is going to roll out and go on offense, which I do not approve of. That is not what he needs to do, but you get some people that go on the theory that being defensive with the tank and prime is a losing strategy, which I do not agree with. I mean, to me, that's incredibly important. You need to use that tank defensively as much as possible. Yeah, it's a losing strategy if the rest of the team is no good. I mean, you can't win the game solely on the basis of being defensive with the tank, but I guess you could say it's not a sufficient condition, but it is a necessary condition. I mean, if you go out there and try to be offensive out there just because nobody else is succeeding at taking the next objective, I think that's a good way to lose. But, who knows? Maybe I could be completely wrong about that. I don't know. But I don't think I am. So anyway, now I get to play with the tank, and I have no memory of this place. I don't remember exactly what happens here, so let's see. This is the typical approach. I like to go up this alley instead of the other way. And then from here, just, so I can cover the prime, because it's under attack, and I'll lob a few rounds in there and try to kill who's ever in there hitting it. I'm not screwing around. I'm going in there and immediately going to be defensive. No, I'm not going to try to take center with the tank, but it's not going to work out. This is lag. I cannot move backward. I'm stuck. Controls, basically I was stuck moving forward because the network had broken down and there was no control. So my little stint with the tank was doomed by that. So that's the end of that. This is kind of dangerous. This man is here because there's an Avril over there, but if you don't have the Avril, it's not doing you much good. So now he got the Avril, but he's already down. So. And they're just swarming all over us here. And it's going to be kind of interesting to try to match up the sound. Oh, there we go, getting killed again. It's looking very bad at this point. I mean, here we got the tank again. Center's down for the moment, so I'm going to take the other way.
Attack the tank node.
Now, since I see all our players down here bringing up vehicles forward, that tells me right there's nobody up there defending center, and you can see center going red, which is... Now I see the red orb trying to come in, so I'm going to take out his buddy there. And here he is coming up the side. I'm going to get him. I don't see the red orb. What happened to the red orb? He probably went to center. Now let me see if I can get this tank in here. Not going to center with the tank. Screw that. I see which way, this team is not filling me with confidence. Well, you can't go offensive with the tank. just managed to get him up there. You can't go defensive. You can't go offensive with the tank. It's a judgment call. It just depends on what your need for defense is. And right now, I feel like we need defense. This is just not going well. So we're just going to hold them off a little bit here. And we're going to get repeated attacks with the manas, because people do like to come in here with the manas, and people sneaking in that side, yeah. There's a mana.
Killing spree.
Native Vision, he's the one that comes in with the mana over and over and over again, because he knows he's going to get me with it sooner or later, right? Yeah, I get a lot of kills in here. Here he comes again. He thinks he's got a good shot there, but you know, you shoot the wall and the splash damage gets him. So, and got lots of people here healing me, which is great. That's essential. Of course, yeah, you know, you can't make the argument that it is a losing strategy, because if nobody takes center, then you know eventually this tank is going down. But it can prolong the process quite a bit, which increases your chances of somebody taking center, which is really what you want to try. Oh, there we go. Trying to shoot down the nuke, didn't quite make it. If I'd gotten that nuke, we could have lasted a little bit longer. But yeah, now we're definitely in trouble. You know, basically the problem is that we've lost all our offensive capability and most of our defensive capabilities. Right? Nobody's playing for shit on this team either way. So we're basically screwed all around, and we're going to start taking. Yeah, you can see them racing for their core because they know they got to do some damage on it, because we're down to 3 minutes here. And if they don't kill that core quick, they're going to lose this in overtime. And they're going to make a fine attempt at that. Here they are, you know, kind of gang raping the core, which is which is the kind of thing you tend to see when these things go bad. But you know, they've only done 7 points so far. Notice that I'm hanging back here to defend, because on this map, defending the core is an option. But I am going to go forward and attack, because no real good defense there for it. So. No good defensive vehicles back there, so I'm going to try to run this mine up here. I think I'll get this. Yeah, there we go. And jump in here. This usually doesn't work, because there's usually somebody around with enough sense to have an admiral.
The prime node. Blue core is vulnerable.
And they're still holding our prime. It's looking pretty bad. We're down to 76 points.
2 minutes remain. Grab the Redeemer.
Really hate this vehicle. Here we go. Get the nuke. See what I can do with that. See if I live long enough to use it. Need to clear that. Need to worry about that bender, because that bender can knock down a nuke really well, so you don't want him around. We got blue vehicles coming forward, so I need to come in here and help them out a little bit as much as possible. And that nuke fell a little bit short, but it did take out the prime, which is what I was trying to do with it.
I've got the orb.
And Red just captured right back again. Those vehicles, we had a couple of good vehicles up there, but they were both pretty heavily damaged, so I doubt we got real far with that. I'm playing very desperately. I really don't expect us to win this. I mean, we were just playing like crap there for too long. We're getting pushed back way too far. Don't think I got the jump boots here.
1 minute remains.
I'm gonna try to get up on the roof to get away from this guy, but he's gonna knock me down with his little balls there. And now this man is after me. I'm gonna avoid him once, but I jumped the wrong way here. I should have got out the shock rifle there also. If I had it. Probably did have it. Okay, now this is where it's getting ready to close. We're down 16 to 11, 30 seconds away from overtime. Looking very bad. We're going to lose this in overtime at this rate. We got to take center. That's what it comes down to. But we got a tank up here, so we got a real good shot. Once again, I was going to abandon that bender, but since it didn't go down,
10,
I'm going to go on offense with it.
8, 7, 6.
There we go.
4, 3, 2.
And I think once again this tank, he's going to go crazy and decide to go offensive with it, which, yeah, I guess you could make the argument. Oh, here you go. Red just got themselves a nuke. I'm going to let the team know about that.
Survival of the fittest.
Grab the shape charge.
Yeah, see, he's gone. He's went and gone forward. I guess you could make an argument for that, but you'll never see him again because he's dead. He's going to run that tank out there and die in about 10 seconds. I'm waiting for the nukes to come in because I'm pretty sure Red got it.
The shape charge.
It really, this is not the time to be defensive, really. You know, because we got to take center. So.
Grab the shape charge.
And I know that well enough. So this is where we're going to win. I'm gonna take the mine, go forward here. And really, the whole game comes right down to this right here. Drop the mana, lay the mine, kill the orb holder, and there it goes. Now we got center, and that's going to be just enough so we win it by 1 point. Nice match. Well, let me go render this and see how it goes. Have a good evening.
You'll feel the impact of that one in a minute.